So we're getting into this skier, 100 calories per time. I've got it set, just so you can see there, it drags at 132, which for me works. You can see the sprint start, a couple of half strokes, quarter stroke, and then into the full. That's just how I like to do it. A couple other things you'll notice. And it's different for everybody. It's just how comfortable you are going up onto your toes for any length of time. Some people don't do it. They do this flat-footed. I like to be able to get the extra inertia from getting up on my toes and just slamming my heels into the ground. It helps me at least initiate the downward movement, which usually starts midline like most folks. And then you'll see the arms pretty much stay bent the whole time. And I don't know why this is, I've never really quote unquote finished the stroke with the triceps. Done that on a bunch of pieces, long, short, whatever, and for whatever reason, those three muscles in there, I don't think are meant for this kind of beating. It's one thing to use your lats, use your abs, the larger muscles. You get into using some of those smaller tricep muscles unless you're, I don't even know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's going to be a world of pain, especially over a 3.5 minute piece. So you can see that's just kind of where I'm going. I initiate it sort of like almost a reverse RDL, and I throw my hands up. I never get them too far above my head. And the key piece for me, and I heard this somewhere, was that this machine was made to train skiers, cross-country skiers. So if you were going to ski, you wouldn't see a whole lot of butterfly skiing, and you wouldn't see all of the random movements CrossFitters have utilized through the years to get this thing moving in the right direction. So I just stick with the tried and true. If I was out skiing, which I'll never do because I hate skiing, but if I was out doing it in the Great White North, it wouldn't look too different than this. You can see my skis would go straight into the ground, and I think my body would be in a decent position. As we get towards the middle of this piece, you'll see my stroke rate goes down, just because I'm tired. I started out pretty hot. I was at a completion time somewhere in that first little bit of about 230, 240, which was going to be way too fast. And even when my mind tried to stay in that pocket, the body just said, hey, wait a minute, that's a little fast. We need to slow up. And really it was just a slow wind down from 235 estimated completion to this ends up being 334 on the button. You can see I'm hurting here pretty good, just trying to keep it going. Doesn't look like the stroke has changed too much, still initiating with the toes and slamming down on the heels. And I think as we get into this, I'll try and put my stroke graph here in a bit. No matter what I tried to do, and I tried to speed up and do whatever I could to make it hurt here, it just didn't go anywhere. I think we all kind of run into that from time to time when your body's just blown out. I shorted a couple of strokes, you can see right there. But now that the end is coming, boy, there's a lot of gratitude there. So here's a picture of my stroke graph so you can see what I was talking about and how this piece worked out. One of the first things I would say as you look at this is if you're not on the Concept 2 logbook, definitely worth logging in and getting an account set up, because this, if you've got the USB card or if you have the app that goes in your phone, there's a lot that you can do with that, especially if the rower that you're on is a PM5 monitor. It's got the wireless capability, and for a lot of the newer stuff, it has an NFC chip in it where you can literally just tap your phone to the skier with the app open, and it will connect and give you cool charts and graphs like this. At the bottom left, you'll see my stroke chart as well as power output, and that just went down over time, which isn't shocking. Strokes remained relatively steady, but there was no power in it. Midline just kind of went, and with that much lat work, it wasn't going to happen for me. The other thing you'll see On the right hand side is just the splits, and you can, if you're setting up a workout, you can set up the splits to show you whatever you want to see. So this was 100 calories. I just had it show me every 20 calorie split, and you can see the sort of slight degradation over time in my split, which goes along with lower power output. And then up at the top right, and I misspoke when I started, I thought I had a 132 drag. We'll get into that. I'm going to do another video on that, but this one, 137 drag, and all the various pertinent stats up to the top. So hope this helps, and more to come on the drag factor and how that can impact the rowing experience. Take care.